Here we go. We're going to show you two 1965 Corvette Stingrays. One in blue, one in bright yellow. Two questions. Which one would you take home? And how much do you think they're worth today in 2021? Hi everybody, David Harper here, and this is Sam Harper, my nephew. And we're going to show you two 1965 cracking classic Corvettes. We're going to tell you all about them, and then you choose which one you prefer. Which one, tell me in the comments down below, would you take home with you? I know which one I'd take home. What
I think I know, David. Well, I know my favourite, but I think I know your favourite from your colour choices.
Yeah, right, okay. Well, no, he thinks he's giving something away there, but you don't know. I haven't told you yet. Okay, here we go. Sam from Retro Cars. He lives and breathes these things. Sam, tell us about the blue one first.
Well, to be honest, David, they're both very, very rare cars. Now, the C2s have kind of eluded us over the last decade, and now we have three in stock. So obviously we've got two to show you guys today. The blue one, both the same, 1965. Yeah. This one's in NASA blue, which is one of the best looking colours, I think.
NASA blue, is
that
original?
Blue. That is the original, yes, the original factory colour. This one's, the two different ones, this one's been fully restored, this one's highly, highly original. So that's why there's a difference in price. This one's 75,000, that one's 65,000. Now, this one from factory has got side pipes. Back in the day, the AM FM radio was actually $400, whereas the side pipes from factory were only $200. So you can see.
Well, hang on, you're saying only, but
yes.
$400 in 1965 was an awful lot of money. What's that?
I'm guessing maybe £4,000, but it's similar to getting a new Mercedes now and getting an amazing sound system and sat nav. I think
it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you say only $200.
I know.
That's $2,000.
It is a lot of money. It is a lot of money.
So those pipes are original?
Well, not original. Obviously, this has been restored, but quite rare to find one with factory side pipes ordered from new.
Got you, right, okay. So that one, how much money has been spent on this one?
I mean, coming into the UK, this was brought in 2015. It was fully restored in the States. I'm guessing now with a shell, you're probably looking at maybe $60,000 in restoration alone. Then the guy brought it over 2015 and probably spent another £20,000 on, which we've got bills of. So 75 grand, it's a lot of money, but you couldn't buy one now and restore it for that sort of money.
No, you couldn't.
No.
So it's a good buy now.
It's a good buy. I think so. Maybe slightly biased, but I think it's a very good buy.
What about the wheels? So we talk about white walls,
yes.
The yellow walls.
Well, to be honest, I don't know. These were once again factory. They've both got the yellow walls. Yeah. But these are both factory knockoff wheels. So, Corvette back in the day were very, very into racing, especially in the 60s. And obviously the knockoff wheels were an easy way to change wheels, really, simply.
And simply called knock-off, because literally you could just
literally
kick them off.
Kick them, or with a big fat hammer and knock them off.
Yeah, you don't want to just kick them off.
No, you don't want to kick them off. No, definitely not.
Okay, autos or manual?
Manual. Now, manual in these are, you'd be very, very surprised at how smooth and, well they actually drive. For a 60s car, over 50 years old now, they drive exceptionally well. Both very, very smooth, both 4-speed manuals. And just, even in any gear, it still pulls. You've got 300 brake horsepower, so it's enough.
Okay, you don't want to be tearing around 100 miles an hour in these. It's not what they're for.
Windows down, cruise. But what I would say is Chevrolet back in the day, they had a war, especially in the races with car stuff, with Ford. So they said 300 brake horsepower from new. Whether they were actually factory correct, we don't know. But 300 brake horsepower is what it was
I
from
think
factory.
manufacturers could get away with just enhancing trims a little more.
They could say anything then.
They'd be sued today for that.
Yeah, it sued a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of money. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you prefer the blue one. It's NASA blue, do you say?
NASA blue. Whether I pronounce that right, I'm not too sure, but
well, it is NASA.
Yes.
It must be just NASA.
I'm guessing, back in the day, the space age and all that stuff.
Yes, okay. NASA blue, ready to go, fully restored, 75 grand. This is 10 grand less.
10 grand cheaper, yeah.
But it's highly original.
To be honest, once again, another amazing example, Goldwood Yellow, which is a 1-year factory colour from 65. Lovely, lovely car. And this one is highly original. So it's not, in concourse, amazing condition. It's still in exceptional original condition for the age. But that's a difference in pricing, because this is, as I said before, very, very original.
Now, are these two very different markets then? So that the person that buys something that's very original, is he or she a different person to the person that buys it?
Not really, no. I think with the American stuff, obviously there's a £10,000 difference, but it's still a lot of money to spend. I think with this stuff, someone either wants a yellow one, or they want a blue one. I think they already know what they want beforehand. So, and some people love original, some people want it to be nice, shiny, ready to go. Don't get me wrong, this is still really, really nice, But you know, this overall is better because it's been fully restored. This is highly original.
So this is the blue one, the NASA blue.
Yes.
Probably more usable, turnkey go.
They're both, I mean, this one drives really, really well. If anything, because hasn't been messed about with it, nothing done to it, it drives equally as good as that, if not slightly better.
Okay, talk about the driving. You talk about brake horsepower. I've got to say, to me, brake horsepower means absolutely nothing. I have no interest, genuinely, in brake horsepower. It does my head in. I don't care. I like 0 to 60s. So what do they do, 0 to 60?
Put it this way, I think anyone in a brand new Mercedes would do these in a straight line. However, 0 to 60s, not too sure. I think, as I said before, they probably exaggerated them back in the 60s. But then I don't think they actually had any figures. It was more about BHP.
Was it really?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen any figures about what these were back in the day.
Well, what do you think they do, 0 to 60?
It depends who's driving it, but I reckon 8 seconds.
8 seconds.
If you're giving it some beans. But as I said before, it's more nice day like today.
Yeah.
Windows down. Just enjoy yourself, cruise. You know what I mean?
Now, what about maintenance costs to repair?
Yeah. Well, the beauty of all these American cars that we specialise in is they are all accessible because obviously the American market is massive. Everything is reproduced. So for us now, there is a shortage with COVID with parts. So before, maybe some parts may come in 48 hours. It may take a couple of weeks.
Right, okay.
However, at least we know that we can buy something off the shelf and it can be here fitted. Servicing, we always recommend to our customers, please look after your cars, even if you turn them over every couple of weeks. Get in, drive them, and most of all use them, because if you don't use things, things are going to go wrong.
Well, don't you think they're a bit like old watches? If you have a vintage watch, if you wear it every day, it will look after itself.
Absolutely.
If you put it in a drawer and only bring it out every few weeks, it'll just break down.
Exactly.
Cars are the same.
Especially 50 years old. I mean, even if you had a brand new Mercedes and you left it for 4 months, I guarantee, it wouldn't be happy, would it? So with these ones, we always say to people, please look after them, and use them. That's what they're meant to be. They're meant to be driven. That's the point.
0 to 60 in 8 seconds. Don't you think they look quicker than that?
They
do, don't
do.
they? I mean, they look like they're going fast standing still.
They do.
So the, maintenance isn't ruinous then? Parts
Absolutely not.
Servicing? How much does it cost to have a service?
A service, it depends. I mean, all we say with this, a lot of people who buy our cars are handy with cars anyway, but any local mechanic or anyone who knows the stuff will be able to work on this. So a couple of £100, if that, maybe less.
So it's bolt on, bolt off. It's dead easy.
It's really, really easy.
Insurance cheap enough?
Insurance very, very cheap. It depends obviously what age, what your history is obviously. If you've been banned 15 times, maybe not. But you're looking at maybe £100 to £300 because they know classic car owners. One, look after them, and they're normally garaged. We would recommend these to be in a nice car park or garaged over the winter.
And the second cars, aren't they?
Yes, second or third cars, absolutely.
I mean, I've known very many people who buy, I'm going to call it an antique car, basically, a vintage car, and attempt to use it as an everyday car. It just doesn't work.
It doesn't.
It doesn't work.
I mean, it's completely up to them whether they want to do that or not, but we do advise, at the end of the day, you have to be as clear as possible. These are 50 years old. I think all of our cars are in, maybe biased, but very, very good condition. Some of the best in the UK, if not the best, but they're still 50 years old. It's just...
They're going to break down.
Wait, maybe not break down. Well, yes and no. Yes and no.
Eventually, an old classic car, as well as you look after it, will break down. I think you've got to be a member of the RAC or AA. Right?
Yeah, you've got to. Or always have a battery pack in your car. But with these sort of cars, as long as...
and a tow rope.
And a tow rope. But with these sort of stuff, because, they're all, fully restored or highly original, you are buying the best. But... I said before, the day you may want to use the lights, it may not work. But they like candle lights anyway. It's old technology. So
okay, final question,
Go on,
and this
David,
is one that I always want to know. Listen, it's true.
Okay.
Miles to the gallon. I mean, people are really saying now, you couldn't run one of those things. You need a petrol tank following you. You've heard it all.
I've heard that so many times.
What do they do?
You know what? I'm going to be slightly optimistic here. You can get 20 mpg out of these cars. Seriously, David, but it depends how you drive it. I mean. These ones have got a lovely 5.4 327 V8 in both of them, so they are actually not too bad. The Corvettes are quite economical, but 10 to 20, depending on how you drive it.
Very good going. Okay, right. Well, I have chosen my favourite. Have you? Let us know down below. So we've got the NASA Blue at 75 grand, and we've got the Watty?
Goodwood Yellow.
Goodwood Yellow. It reminds me of a Jaguar Primrose Yellow.
It's pretty much the same,
At 65. Okay, my choice... Of course.
Come on.
Is the...
Come on, everyone.
It reminds me of a Primrose Jaguar E-Type, and I love the bright, some might call it garish colour. Yes. What about you?
Well, you know what? Talking of E-Types, very, very similar. I would compare the two. For me, the blue one. Massive
Okay.
blue. I think that's just the side pipes, the way it sounds. Don't get me wrong, I love that, but yeah, amazing.
Yeah, blue one's more you, yellow one's more me. What about you? What do you think? Let us know in the comments down below. Well, I hope that was informative and interesting.
Hope so. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm David Harper and Sam.
See you later, guys. Cheers.